We alive? Everything okay? No earthquakes? We made it, y'all. Out here where I'm at in far west Texas, it looked like it was gonna downpour, like a cloudy, rainy day, a mixture. It looked black and white. It looked like the beginning of the Wizard of Oz before Dorothy goes down the yellow brick road. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like out here. It looked black and white out here. It looked kind of weird. I didn't see no birds in the sky. My internet was giving me problems, but we're here, y'all. We made it. We made it through. Something happened. We just don't know what. But those birds knew what. They weren't out. But anyways, y'all, we're back. We're back with another reaction. I thank you guys for the love and support you guys showed me on the last video, y'all. It made me realize this is it. This is what it's about. It's not about what I want to watch and what I want to react to. It's what the beautiful people want to see. And this is what you guys want to see. So this is what we're going to do. Excuse the mind, y'all. Hey, I'm bringing you guys in this man cave with me. You guys are experiencing what goes on in this mind of mine. But, you know, I wouldn't have it no other way. But anyways, y'all, let's get into the reaction. We got a good one. I ain't gonna talk your ears off enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction.
So how about y'all? We're coming up here, and what do we see? Check this out. This was last week. This lot was completely empty. You've got cops back here. You've got tents set up, and I'm gonna talk low because right there's a cop. Don't go too far because you're in the
I'll
way.
talk low,
right there.
like the cop can hear.
All right, you've got cops here. You've got tents, canopy tents set up, and you've got all these budget moving trucks. This lot was completely empty a couple days ago. What are they preparing for? Please tell me if anybody knows, what are they preparing for? Here you got the big old light set up. Now we're gonna make a right here. And is it no turn on red? No turn on red. But tell me, what are they preparing for? Up here you got a cop. Now, I know they usually take over parking lots like when there's a hurricane, and then they, for FP&L and the sorts, but there's no hurricane coming. The only thing that's coming is the Eclipse. But I don't know, this is odd. All the budget moving trucks. Oh, wait, we're gonna make this right soon. Here we go, we're gonna make it right, I think.
This girl's got a lot of patience. Me, I'm running that red light. It's night, ain't no cars out. I'm running this red light. I ain't sitting there waiting for this red light.
There's more cops. There's two cops over there. They see them filming this. They try to pull us over. Here you go. Here we go. All of these budget moving trucks. Now we got a different kind. We got U-Hauls. We got more trucks. What are all these? And you got cops back there too. What are all these trucks for? Why are they taking over the parking lot? What is going on, y'all? Tell me. Like the video.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, all those trucks out there. I know where I live, I see like a bunch of empty lots, but they're filled with shipping containers. I don't know what that's about, but I see them all over where I'm at in far west Texas. A bunch of just dirt lots, but shipping containers with barbed wire all around them. So I don't know. Something's going on, y'all. It's an election year. I think this year's only going to get crazier.
In 1982 in Los Angeles, there was the craziest discovery, and I never heard about this until a couple days ago, bro. There was this guy named Melvin Weisberg, and he was a pathologist, and that's basically like they do like all the lab tests on your body and like your skin and all this other. So he was one of those guys, and I guess he ran a bunch of laboratories throughout Santa Monica. So this dude was like a pretty important guy, right? Around that time, he was paying for this shipping container that he had in his backyard, and it's like this huge ass shipping container, right? Like he was paying money every month to keep it in his backyard, and he ended up missing a payment. They ended up confiscating the crate and they took it back, right? And when they took it back, they took it to this like junkyard or this area where they had like a bunch of the other crates. They get it, they take it to this area, bro, and dude, you're not gonna believe what they found inside of this crate. They crack open the crate, instantly majority of the workers started throwing up.
It smelled hella bad in there.
They looked and there was over 17,000 dead babies.
What?
Inside of this container. and they found this inside of LA. Yeah, in this
17,000?
17,000 corpses of babies, bro. And,
What?
dude, I'm telling you, and the way these babies look like they got did is disgusting, bro. It's like some of them are like kind of split in half. Some of them, like, you can see like their eyes popping out of their head.
What the
All this
hell?
crazy, bro. I literally could show you the footage right now if you want to see it, bro. I can't show you. And the craziest part is, it's even still on YouTube.
Really?
I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, I was looking at it this morning.
What the hell?
I was
That's
like, what the
crazy.
fuck?
Yeah, we just got done talking about shipping containers in the last clip. See, it's crazy how the mind, like, I had no idea. I forgot this clip. I knew this clip was on there, but I forgot it was the next clip. But we're all connected, y'all. The universe, the stars, the planets, we're all lined up. But yeah, that's crazy. I wonder what's in my shipping containers. I don't want to find out.
Americans are so broke and they don't even realize it. I always get Americans tell me, oh, but people in Mexico only make $20 a day. You can get a full meal here for $2. The metro in Mexico City costs 5 pesos, which is like 25 cents. I can go to the market right now and buy 3 kilos of mangoes for like $2. Yeah, people make less money here, but the cost of living is also lower. Americans think that everywhere is like the US. Now, check this out. Let's say you live in the US and you make $3,500 a month after taxes. I'm being generous. Rent, $2,000. Car payment, $500. Car insurance, $200. Health insurance, $200. Phone bill, $100. Wi-Fi bill, $50. Light bill, $150. Water bill, $100. What's the point of making more money if you don't get to keep any of it? Who cares if you make $4,000 a month if you don't get to keep any of it? 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and that includes half of six-figure earners. 80% of you guys are in debt and don't own anything, and half of you guys don't even have $500 in your savings account. But let's call other countries poor and let's call other people poor. Living paycheck to paycheck your whole life and being in debt your whole life should be considered poverty, but it's not. And I know this is going to hurt a lot of Americans, but it's the truth. The US system wants you to spend every waking moment of your life working and paying into a system that will never benefit you. Slaving away your whole life just to be retired for a measly 10 years. At least here in Mexico, we own our things. We own our houses. We own our cars. We're not in debt. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Let me know what you guys think.
I mean, he was pretty accurate with breaking down the bills. That's pretty spot on, right? But the thing about Mexico, anywhere you can pay the cops off, I don't know. You know, I'm sure there's some beautiful places in Mexico that are completely safe, but the places I've been firsthand with my dad in the car when we got pulled over in Mexico, and he gave that dude a 20, and he's like, "All right, have a good day," right? That's a scary thing, y'all.
My cousin and I just got off the phone with Spectrum. Y'all, something's going on over here at the Louisiana-Texas state line. Recap. My cousin and I, it's 3:30 in the morning. We're trying to plan our trip for Vegas. So we're on the phone talking, and we're trying to book flights and hotels and all that. Well, my cell phone just cut out. It said call failed. And I continued to try. I kept trying to call her back, and it would not let me make a call. Finally, she was able to hook to her Wi-Fi and call me through Book of Faces. And when she called me, she's like, "Girl, my phone just dropped. It won't make a call." And I was like, "Who do you have?" And she said, "Spectrum." And I was like, I'm with AT&T. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would all of our phone services cut off at one time? So I was like, "Get on the phone. Let's get on the phone with Spectrum," because she's able to call Spectrum, but not make any other calls. So I'm on the Book of Faces with her. She gets on the phone with Spectrum, and this is what they just told her.
Like I say, you're in between two states that's currently experiencing the
So right now the outage is between the Texas and Louisiana border, Bridget?
Yes, just went down. So we're just kind of working to restore the service as quickly as possible.
So it's not just Spectrum? I want to know what's going on at that Texas-Louisiana border over there. Spectrum just confirmed that something is going on that has caused all the cell phone towers to go out. Don't know what the shit it is. They said that they just got word of it about 15 minutes ago. So
Now, all day today, my phone has been acting up. I've been getting 10 messages at a time from the group chats, right? Getting them late. what are they called? iMessages, Apple Messages. You know, I'm texting people with iPhones and they're coming in green. They're not going through as regular iPhones. So something weird was going on during that eclipse, y'all. Let me know down below. All my Texas people and people in the line of sight, even the people not in the line of sight. Let me know down below. How was it? How was it for you guys? Shannon, I know you're out there in, you know, Eastern Texas out there. So let me know down below. How was it out there?
I saw the Phoenix Lights UFO.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Whoa.
Different people saw different things. What I saw was something the size of like an Imperial Star Destroyer from Star Wars that was like at a relatively low altitude moving over Phoenix. My like housemate was like this. I mean, this is before we had phones, right? Before we had cameras. So this is like we had a flip phone if anything. And he was like, dude, you got to get out here. And I like came out the front yard of our house in Tempe, and we just watched this thing move across the sky. It was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I mean, I believe in reincarnation because I came back from DMT thinking that I had a firsthand experience. I believe that there was something inexplicable in the sky over Phoenix that night because I fucking saw it. Okay, and it was massive and it was quiet, and then it was just gone.
So what did it look like?
It looked like a massive craft.
Yeah, that a big sighting happened over the mountains I used to run on when I lived out there, Estrella Mountains, right? Which mean Estrella means star. So if you Google right now missing hikers in Estrella Mountains, that day that Phoenix Lights happened, 4 hikers went missing, never have been found, no trace of them still to this day. If you look that up on Google, 4 missing hikers on Estrella Mountains. It happened that day. It was like March. I forgot March 8th, March 7th, something like that. Those Phoenix Lights happened and 4 missing hikers gone still to this day. We put that in there, y'all. It's fair season, right? State fairs, county fairs. I know there's a fair in my town next week coming. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm not gonna get on those rides, but I'm gonna eat some of that food, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I try to get my diet right so I can enjoy out there.
What are they in a frenzy about?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to fall in the water right now.
Golly. Look at all of them.
You want to go swimming?
What's the deal with that? I ain't never seen that either.
I've seen it, but that's a lot of medium.
Y'all ever seen that many all at once again?
Not really.
The ocean is a scary place. I'm gonna have to start finding some scary ocean TikToks because they're out there. Some crazy encounters with sharks on kayakers and all that. Be on the lookout for the next video for that.
Oh my. Babe, it's too dangerous. Don't be doing that.
Shark will rip you apart, but I feel bad for it.
Look at them.
Look at those teeth, y'all. Look at those razor barbed wire teeth. Imagine being out in it. Right now, he's not in his territory, right? So they can move around it. But imagine being 100 yards out in the water in his territory. Ooh, the ocean's scary.
Babe, let him. No, it's not dead. Where's...
So Biden himself on the other side, you know, of course he's getting old. He's looking a little older. He's moving a little slower. He goes into a chicken spot or a breakfast spot ran with black people I guess in LA,
Crazy.
or I don't know where it was, LA, Atlanta, somewhere. But he goes in there shaking black hands, and it's like, not saying he's looking lost, but he's trying to look like he's trying to appeal again to the black vote. Do you feel Biden still has the black vote in his hand? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because black people are the least informed voters. And black people don't remember when Joe Biden stood on Washington, Capitol Hill, and said that black people need to be locked up. That his kids ain't going to school with no black kids. They don't understand that Biden, nigga, is the author and he sponsored, nigga, mass incarceration. It wasn't Bill Clinton, nigga. It was Joe Biden who led the 1994 omnibus crime bill that got us in the worst shit in slavery, homie. Black people forgot that. They forgot, nigga, that he headed that shit. That he came to America and said that there are black children who are going to be super predators. And they forgot that. They can't name one thing that Trump has done other than the fact that he said that these guys from the Central Park rape should be locked up. You got to forget, they really believe those kids raped that woman.
They did. Years.
They really believe that. So why wouldn't they say these things? But on the flip side, Joe Biden done some things, put some laws into place that we still suffer from now today. But black people went out and voted against Trump in mass numbers for the same man. So that's why he go come over here and shake hands with black people and look lost. Because he ain't forgot what he said.
That's some,
shit, he ain't forgot.
Real shit. That's some real shit.
But because we're the least informed voters, our history don't mean nothing to us. So we just voting off emotion.
Today's earthquakes in Hawaii and California, low tides in Oceanside today. Like I said, the ocean is very scary. It'll swallow that whole town up. Oceanside, that's San Diego, I think. Look at that ocean. That'll swallow that whole city up, this whole country up like that when it's time. If an asteroid hit in the middle right there, scary. I'm due for an ocean trip though.
I'm gonna try my new. What the fuck was that? My whole house just shook. Did we just have a fucking earthquake? I got this on video. Holy crap. I think we just had a freaking earthquake.
I don't know if that was real, but if it wasn't, that lady deserves a damn Oscar.
Where the ringing in the ears has to do with the energy and adjusting the frequencies. They said if you can't take it, just tell them, turn it down. It's a little too much energy. They'll always listen to you, but you have to ask. You have to ask anything. Turn it down. It's a little too much energy. That's what the ringing in the ears is. But all of these things don't happen at the same time. They'll be gradual. Last month, when we had these big shift that happened the beginning of the month and the middle of the month, I felt with the extreme dizziness. So I don't know if you felt these things or not. But if you know that's what it is, you just wait a day or so and your body adjusts and it levels out. So this is happening. You have no choice. You have to go through it anyway. You have to write it out. How are you going to get out of it? We're in this big change right now. There's no way to get out of it. So just go along with it and write it out. Everything's going to be fine. But anyway, the Earths are separating and we're going into the new Earth and the old Earth as we move forward in time. So some of the symptoms that you may experience, high blood pressure, heart palpitations, where the heart gets to beating irregularly, but all of these things pass. Of course, they're frightening at the time, but they're passing as the body adapts to the different frequency. There's dizziness is a big one. Depression is another one that's big. But they don't last very long. And then we have joint aches and pains and ringing in the ears.
Here on back-to-back days, General Flynn and Ron Paul on Tucker Carlson's show are talking about a Black Swan event.
Reaching this point where some sudden thing is going to happen.
Now, for those that don't know, a Black Swan event is an unpredictable event that is beyond what is normally expected from a situation and that has potentially severe consequences.
So you're just going about your day and like 9/11 happens, stock market crashes, something crazy like that.
Now, I have been talking a lot over the last 4 years about an old guard falling and a new guard rising. And history proves that when there is any type of like changing of the guard where new people are coming into places of authority,
it gets very chaotic because the ones that are in the position of power don't want to lose their power.
All right, I'm going to play these videos back to back, but then I'm going to add some notes on the end.
Reaching this point where some sudden thing is going to happen. I believe in that theory of the black swan.
Yes.
It's going to pop up and it's not going to be controllable. But people, you ask, what can they do? I think the most important thing is understand what's going on.
Things, we call them black swan events, right? Black swan events are things that nobody imagined could occur, and yet they did, right? And they and then they have these incredibly, mostly devastating effects.
So things get very chaotic, they get very stormy because there's a guard transfer that is occurring, and when those kind of things happen, black swan events become predictable. Which is interesting because they're supposed to be unpredictable, but people that could see in the spirit and people that can read history and know how it constantly repeats itself knows that when there's a change of guard that's happening, when people that are losing their place of power, things get very chaotic and they try to do whatever they can to stay in power, and that could just create those kind of events like a black swan event. We can talk about other things like a wealth transfer, like what happened when the Israelites left Egypt, or the fall of Saul, rise of David, where Saul was taken down as the first king and David was put in as the second king.
We could talk about Daniel in the lion's den, or Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego going into the fire. All of these kind of things surround Black Swan event territory. Let's see what happens. What do you think? God bless.
Am I the only one that thinks something big is going to happen before this election? I can feel it. I know something's big is going to happen this year. I mean, big things have already been happening this year. I mean, look at today. Everyone in the country lost their minds about this eclipse, right? But I think something big's coming. I don't know when it's going to happen, but something big's going to happen.
Yo, so I'm in Arizona, just driving through, and tell me when the fuck they started making clouds. What the fuck? Yo, I've been through here like 20 times. I've never seen this shit. That's wild.
Eclipse is, they say, Jihana da sun, which is to say, the sun has died. During that time, we have to show reverence and respect to the order that the holy people have established. That has to occur to put everything back in balance. And it is also a time when we as the children of the holy people have to make new promises, new commitments to the holy people as to how we live our lives. The teachings that apply to our observation of the eclipse is to know that the most powerful thing in our existence that we can see and touch and taste and feel and all these different things actually have their source from the sun. And the sun is actually, when our prayers are said by our old people, they say, Johana Eshatha, which is to say, the sun, my father. But a lot of people don't understand that the sun, as we see it in the sky, is a symbol of the Maker, of the Father of us all. It is a symbol. And so the sun gives light, and it lights up everything. And it makes it so that we have to understand, without the sun, there is no life. And so that brief moment when we recognize the sun and as a symbol of our Creator or our Maker, we call the sun Shatha, which is to say, my Father. And the teaching is that the Father is the one that provides all things for us as the five-finger being. He provides us with joy, happiness, confidence, and peace. But we have to decide if we want joy, happiness, confidence, and peace.
I like how he broke that down. Everything we see, touch, smell comes from the sun. Good observation.
Are, in fact, the power base and are used to gain a consensus of opinion. The majority are not really members, but are made to feel as if they are. In reality, they are being used and are unwilling or unable to understand. They may have been or may be members of the Christian or Jewish religion, but that is only to further their own ends. They are and always have been Luciferian and internationalist. They give allegiance to no particular nation, although they have used, on occasion, nationalism to further their causes. Their only concern is to gain greater economic and political power. The ultimate objective of the leaders of both groups is identical. They are determined to win for themselves undisputed control of the wealth, natural resources, and manpower of the entire planet. They intend to turn the world into their conception of a Luciferian totalitarian socialist state. In the process, they will eliminate all Christians, Jews, and atheists. You have just learned one, but only one, of the great mystery.
The people who are running this country from behind the scenes do not care a thing about Americans or bloodshed anywhere.
I think we're going to awaken one day to find out that we've all been too relaxed and entertained and watching television and being entertained with all the cares of life, never realizing what is going on in this country.
In the secret, ladies and gentlemen, they are at least, very bare minimum, 50 to 100 years ahead, beyond what you can even imagine.
Believe it. 2 months after Bill Cooper predicted on his radio show that the Illuminati would orchestrate a big terrorist attack and blame it on Osama bin Laden, he was killed in his own home by federal agents. Just in case y'all couldn't read that. Alright, family, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. We're back, y'all. You don't know what you got till it's gone, and I needed it to be gone from me because now it woke up a whole new animal in me, and now I'm ready to get after it. So I thank you guys for sticking with me. We're back, baby. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for the next upload. Hope everyone had a fun April 8th. I'll see you guys April 9th. Later.